Hey guys, Tramp John coming to another Diablo Immortal video. Well, we logged in. As you can see, we've leveled up a little bit. We're at 280 right now. We're still way under Server Paragon. I get that, guys. I am going to do my best. I'm going to push up here. I need 34 levels to catch up. Now, I gained, I think, 6 levels yesterday. So we're making forward progress. Now, today's a little funny, though, because I go to log in. Actually, day off. So I was going to go ahead and farm, and hence why I'm recording this video right now. I logged in and I got an interesting message and I'm like, okay, cool, what's this mail? Oh, legendary gym text issue. Well, this ought to be interesting. Stay tuned. Alrighty, well, it's the day of reckoning, guys. Legendary gym text issue. For everyone who knows what that is or doesn't know what that is, let me fill you in. Back, what was this? A few weeks ago, actually. It's not that long ago. We discovered that our gym over here, the old Blessing of the Worthy, is not quite what it seems. So you'll see here that it says when you take damage, you have a 20% chance to release retribution on all nearby enemies, dealing damage equal to 12% of your current life. Now, this is not used to say that, right? This was actually of your max HP, and people got a little hoodwinked on this one, right? This was a bad situation. This was not a good one. This was not a fun one to deal with at all. Mainly because it made Blessing of the Worthy seem like a much better gym than what it is. Now, let's not take away from what Blessing of the Worthy is. It's not a bad gym. It's it still has its benefits. If you are a melee type class, it's definitely beneficial. It's definitely helpful for you as a melee, right? If you're a range class like myself, you probably aren't going to be using Blessing of the Worthy. Now, I did buy it because back in the day, as you guys know, I haven't spent a dime on Diablo Immortal since I said this back when I was in Chicago. What was this? 2 or 3 months ago, right? We said, hey, we're done spending in Diablo Immortal. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward in a 100% non-spending. I'm not going to spend a dime at all, and I'm just going to see how the game goes. Now, obviously, the game's dropped off a lot. Let's not lie about this or beat around the bush. Unfortunately, the game has dropped off a little bit, and they've got to figure out a way to combat it. So we'll make some videos where we talk about how we can combat this. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about this. Like, I bought the Blessing of the Worthy pack. Now, did I buy the Blessing of the Worthy pack because I wanted the blessing? Absolutely not. I knew from the get-go that this blessing was not something that I would be using on my character. I knew that this was not a legendary gem that was a priority. I bought it essentially as dust, right? Jewel dust. And then I also wanted to hold on to it just in case, you never know, maybe it gets buffed or they do a rework, right? Like, let's be honest here. All these legendary gems, especially the 5 stars, are, even though some of these couldn't be not so great or considered not so great, they can always be reworked later on and then become god tier, right? So the last thing you want to do is like get rid of a bunch of them if you don't have to. Well, I did go ahead and I kept one Blessing of the Worthy just for funsies. Now, I wasn't expecting a whole much for this whole compensation game, right? Let's see what Blizzard gives us for compensation for the Blessing of the Worthy. So legendary gym text issue, we're gonna click on it. What's it gonna say? Legendary text issue. We've investigated issues with the accuracy of some legendary gems descriptions and fixed them in a recent patch. We understand how central they are to builds and progression, and we apologize for any frustrations this has created. Please accept the compensation or below compensation. They gave us 2 legendary crests and 1 of each normal gem. Are you kidding me? This is their compensation. Okay, so 2 normal crests. Let's go talk about that. So I bought a $100 pack. Actually, I bought a $100 pack and a $50 pack for Blessing of the Worthy for a few of them, right? And they gave me back 2 crests, which actually puts me over a 10 popper, so we can do a 10 popper. But if I go to shop here, and let's just talk about like how much does it cost for crests, right? It's 160 orbs of crests. So basically, they gave me back 320 orbs, right? They gave us back 320 orbs. I won't value the regular gems at very high. Like, that's half a day's worth of running in a dungeon or an open world anyway, so it's not really like, no, not worth noting. 320 orbs. Okay, so how much does 320 orbs cost? So let's go find currency. So 320 orbs. They gave us $5. Okay, so I bought, well, let me just put this into perspective. I bought these knowing I wasn't going to use Blessing on the Word. So to me, this isn't as deep of a cut or slap in the face as it will be for, I don't know, like my boy Brandon, who's a barbarian. He's rocking Blessing on the Worthy because of how it read. We have other friends like Deadwood Jedi, who's a monk. He's rocking Blessing of the Worthy because he's a monk, and that's super impactful. I don't know that this is very good compensation. I'm not gonna lie. $5 for something that I mean, I spent $150 on it, knowing that I was going to use the gyms. If I knew I was going to use the gyms, like if I thought that the gyms worked like they said they were, because that's what we were all under the impression of, right? I'd be very amiss and very angry if they gave me back $5. That would be embarrassing. And also, the sad part is when I logged in, I actually saw in my Immortal chat in here, we have a couple of free-to-play players in the Immortal chat. They literally said that they have the same offer. They didn't buy it. So not only are we getting only the $5 here worth of crests, people who didn't buy the pack are getting this. So they just globally gave everyone 2 legendary crests and some gems and said, my bad, oops. Like, come on, like, oh God, that feels bad. It feels so wrong. Like, I'm not someone who, I mean, yeah, I'm trigger happy John, but I don't get really triggered a whole lot. But I just don't know, like from a marketing standpoint, what would make you think that globally giving everyone $5 worth of content, or well, I should say $5 worth of content, $5 worth of in-game currency purchase, whatever, is retribution for people spending 150 plus bucks on orbs, specifically because they thought they were getting what they're like. They literally thought Blessing on the Worthy did one thing when it does another. So how does that really, like, I'm not seeing the justification here. Like, it's not like 2 and 2 is not adding up. Are you guys like, am I wrong? Am I wrong on this assumption? I'd really like to know, because it just doesn't seem like marketing should have been like, yeah, no, this is not going to happen. Like, track down the people who made the purchases. It's not hard. Like, I'm sure there's a CSV file somewhere out there in their game, in their database that says, hey, so-and-so bought this pack, or it has a CSV file that has my account numbers and packs purchased, right? It wouldn't be that hard to make one either. I work with software development. Definitely understand how easy it is to make an export for a CSV. Why can't we do something to target those people who actually made that purchase? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm okay with everyone globally getting this. Totally fine with it. You know why? Because Diablo Immortal's stingy enough as it is, so I'm glad to see that everyone's going to benefit from this. I'm also pissed that the people like myself and others who are actually using Blessing of the Worthy, who spent that money to buy that purchase, which is legitimate, refundable purchase, because it's not what was said and how it performed is not the same. That does justify grounds for a refund. However, Blizzard will still ban you or negative orb you, even though you're owed that, right? So with that being said, they need to do something. Something has to give here where they target those who actually made the purchase, because it's not fair. Like, it's not really fair at all to a lot of people. Now, yeah, I'm not playing as much. So am I going to be the, oh, woe is me, blah, 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 that's going to that saved my day, this, that, and the other? No, I'm not. I'm never going to be like that, guys. You guys should know this by now. But in the honest, like, the point of fairness, and that's my whole thing, is like, let's keep everything fair with everyone, right? Like, it's not, like, we get that this game itself is pretty pay to win, right? Everyone's made mistakes, everyone's spent a lot of money. Well, I should say everyone's spent a lot of money. Some people have spent a lot of money. But at the end of the day, like, they have to do something to treat their players right. I don't think that this is treating your players correctly or right, we'll say. I am glad to see it happen, though, because at least then everyone's getting something. That in itself is good to me. The rest of it is what it is. But I'm going to keep grinding today. We're going to grind out some more levels here. I'm going to get back on the... we're getting off the dusty trail. We're coming back to the game. We're going to go hard. We're going to catch up. We're going to do some content. We're going to try to give it the college try. Server mergers are coming, so why not? And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who's still watching my channel. Love you. I have an interesting promo that's about to come up tomorrow. And I have something else on order that I'm going to talk about in a later video, which will be cool because it's for these types of games. So we'll see how we feel about it. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.